Noelle. Yeah, she can fix that. You gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
Let's first talk about business credit versus personal credit, because obviously there is a big difference and I need you to understand the two before I can tell you actually how to get the business credit. So first, let me tell you personal credits. Many of you are familiar with FICO scores and you're familiar with TransUnion and Experian and Equifax. Those are the three credit bureau agencies that report your credit, and they really have absolutely nothing to do with business credit because there are two separate entities. In fact, there's actually an entire business credit agency that does not exist in the world of personal credit. And that agency is called Dun & Bradstreet, okay? So again, on the personal side, you have Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Those are the three credit bureaus that report for your personal credit. But on the business side, you also have Experian and Equifax. But the big company that most people use and that really gets used, and they've been around for hundreds of years, is Dun & Bradstreet. And there is a big difference between your personal credit and your business credit. Again, with your personal credit, they are looking at your trade lines and they are looking really big at how you use your credit cards and things like that, especially your credit cards. So I'll give you a really major difference between personal credit and business credit. And this is so important and so many people do not understand this. In the business credit model, like just say a credit card, a personal credit card versus a business credit card. A personal credit card, if you have like $1,000 limit and you spend $1,000 on that credit card, even if you make all of the monthly payments and you are doing really well paying the payments, your credit score is going to go to crap because you have used most of the utilization on that card. Your credit utilization is 100%. So if you have $1,000 on the credit card and you use $1,000, you used 100% of that credit line and your credit score will tank. They just penalize you on the personal credit side for doing things like that. But on the business credit side, with a business credit card, say you get one for $1,000, which is another big difference. That is a really small line on the business side. On personal credit, that's fine. But on the business side, they usually give you more. They give you higher limits usually. That's the first big thing. But then when you use the credit card, they do not penalize you for maxing it out the same way that they do with personal credit. So say you get a credit card and it's $1,000. We'll use that same example. And you charge $1,000. On the business side, when they report it, as long as you are making the payments, they are going to be like, yay, good job, business. You are able to pay your debts. They care about how you manage your debts. But on the personal side, they care that you are not really using your debt. They really want you to be very careful. They care about things about debt ratio, just a totally different world. And some of the things that you do on the personal side, you're literally rewarded for on the business side. So the business side has so much more to offer. So again, if you feel bad because you have bad personal credit, I'm here to tell you, do not feel bad. We have a solution for you. So step one to getting this all done, now that you know and understand the differences between personal and business credit, is start getting business credit. That's probably the biggest mistake that I made in my business, and one of the things that I feel like held me back, where I had to keep working before I could become a full-time entrepreneur. I literally now have students that are able to access business funding in weeks, not years, and they're able to quit their jobs and work in their businesses full-time. So let me tell you how you get it done. The first step is going to be to set up a business. I know this sounds super easy and you're like, duh, Noelle, but most people just completely skip this step and they feel like, well, I do this, I do photography, or I do wedding cake design, or I do whatever business I do, and that is my business. But if you want to start getting business lines of credit and you want to do this fast, step one, you're going to have to set up your business. Let me tell you what that means. So the awesome thing with business credit is you can get this set up in one day, depending on what state you're in. So the first thing that you're going to need is a business license, a business registration. You're going to need an LLC, which stands for Limited Liability Company, or you can do a C Corp or an S Corp. Again, you go to your state's Secretary of State and you register your business. So if you were, for example, have a business and you call it ABC Properties, you will go to the Secretary of State, for example, and put it and see if ABC Properties LLC is available, and you register that business. And again, in most cases, you can do this all online and it's really quick to do. The second thing that you're going to need to set up your business, super simple, and again, completely free. The business registration you are going to have to pay for, but this part is free. You're going to need an EIN number, which stands for Employer Identification Number. This is like your business's social security number, and it is amazing and again, absolutely free. You go to irs.gov, again, after you registered the business, you have to make sure you have an actual business registered before you do the EIN. I'd also suggest, and I'll give you a few other things that you're gonna need. You might do some of these things before you get the EIN number, but you wanna get the EIN number as soon as you can, because this is like when your business is kind of started and when people look to see when you got this and what date you got this for the age of your business. So you wanna do this as quickly as possible. You don't wanna wait a long time to do this. And again, completely free at irs.gov. The next thing, and again, super simple, you'll need a professional phone number, a professional email, and a professional website. Many times you can do this all in one day, okay? One day. This is not anything that's difficult to do, and this will set up your business in a legal way where you can actually accept payments and start making money and get funded. So let's get to that part. So once you have these things set up, you are definitely on your way. You're literally probably 80% ahead of most business owners just by doing those simple things that I said, those 5 things: getting your business registered, getting an EIN number, professional phone number, professional email, and professional website, okay? Just doing those 5 things and those 5 steps will put you ahead of so many other businesses and put you in a position where you can start getting funding really fast. So let me tell you what happened with me, because I did not do this and I waited way too long to start getting business funding. But now I have millions of dollars in business funding, business credit cards, business lines of credit, business loans, like you name it, I've got it. And you can repeat this business after business after business. This is a process that you can duplicate over and over as you start businesses. So there is no end to this, okay? So I literally started investing in real estate from my parents' basement, okay? Some of you guys know me. I'm a real estate entrepreneur, millionaire, mom of 5, and I mentor. But I did not start there, guys. I literally started in my parents' basement. I was bankrupt with tons of foreclosures. We had tried to flip houses, and then when the market crashed in 2008, 2009, we lost everything, and I literally ended up back in my parents' basement, dejected, embarrassed, and broke. Okay, so I had to start investing in real estate with bad credit and no money, all right? And I did. And there's some ways that I've taught you guys that you can do that. But business credit is going to unlock something, and you don't even have to deal with your personal credit at all in some cases. You literally can start a business profile and forget about personal credit altogether and just rely on your business's credit and create other companies and other businesses and create credit profiles for those businesses as well and get hundreds of thousands of dollars for every business that you have. So you don't have to make the mistake that I did. Follow these steps and let's start getting you business funding today. So the next thing that you want to do, and this is how you are going to literally unlock business lines of credit. And I literally cannot believe that I did not know this, because I have students that are doing this right now and getting hundreds of thousands of dollars, okay? So the next thing that you want to do, like I said, you do those 5 things. You want to make sure you have a business checking account, okay? Now, when you go to get your business checking account, you're going to need the business license, the EIN number, but it's very simple and again, completely free. You're going to put the money in your bank account and it's your money. You can take $500 or $1,000 or whatever the minimum is and get you a business checking account. Now, here's my recommendations. You don't want to go to the largest banks. So we have the large banks, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citi, and Chase. Those are not going to be the best banks for a small entrepreneur. You really want to start off with some of the mid-sized banks, you know, Regions Bank, BB&T, Bank of Ozark, PNC Bank. I mean, I could just go on and on. It's like that next medium-sized bank. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Not the large 4, but that next tier of bank, because those banks have a lot of money for small businesses. Every administration, we already know it, puts money somewhere. And this administration has put a lot of money into businesses, and there's a lot of funds available at banks for businesses. It's incredible. This is historic, guys. These numbers are unheard of. So now when you go to get that business checking account, literally, I have students that are getting offers for business credit cards and business lines of credit on the spot. Yes. And again, this credit card is not reporting on their personal credit, so they can use it as they please, get funding, get things for their business and not affect their personal credit score. Because when you went and got that checking account, they already checked your credit, okay? They literally already checked your personal credit. And if you have good personal credit, literally right now in this time that we are in with all of this availability of funds for businesses, they are offering businesses funds on the spot. So take advantage of it. Now it's time to start getting trade lines on your business credit. Like I said, I want you to do this fast. The first thing that you can do to completely get trade lines up there in a very quick way, and I'm talking about weeks, not months, is start with vendor credit. Vendor credit is where they will offer you an invoice. Essentially, there's companies, businesses that lend to businesses in a small way through a process that we call vendor credit. Those three companies that I recommend, again, not being paid any money to do this, are Uline, Grainger, and Quill. I have a whole video that I've made, so I'm not going to get into all of how you do it really quickly. I'll make sure to put a link below and you can check out that video as well. But those three companies, I know for a fact, all report to Dun & Bradstreet, and they do it pretty quickly. You can even purchase things for your business, which is what I recommend. You just have to spend at least $50. If you spend $50 and you set up a free business account, again, this is completely free, they will offer you, in many cases, where you can get those items, you buy their product, you get them right now, and you don't have to pay for them for 30, 60, or 90 days. We call this net 30s if they give you 30 days, net 60 if they give you 60 days, or net 90 if they give you 90 days. In the beginning, when you first start, you may have to pay for it cash, but that's okay. Even if you do a cash transaction, they will still report that to the business credit bureaus, and you can start getting business trade lines quickly. Last but not least, now that you have some vendor credit reporting, you can move on to store credit, which is credit cards from stores such as Chevron gas station, Shell gas station. They offer fleet credit cards to new businesses. You can also get store credit at Walmart, Costco, Dell, and lots of other businesses. Even Amazon offers business credit cards now to newer businesses. And then you'll be able to move on to cash credit cards like Citibank, Chase, American Express, Capital One, etc., etc. Again, business credit cards, not personal credit cards. These credit cards will not report on your personal credit report. They will report either to nowhere in some cases or to a business credit bureau. The great thing about it is you can use those credit cards as you please without your personal credit score being affected up and down as you use them. It's amazing and it's life-changing for your business. Imagine what you're going to be able to do in your business now that you have all of the money to fund your inventory, buy marketing, pay for ads, and things of that nature. You can really grow your business quickly with business credit. I'm a living example.